Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the IBC chairman Wafula Chebukati is celebrating his 61st birthday. And the Star newspaper decided to give to Wafula Chebukati on his birthday day. They went further to publish a story which featured Chebukati as the person of the year. In fact, they refer to him as the Star Person of the Year. And this is what the Star published in their front page. Person of the Year 2022. Wafula Chebukati, 61, is the Star Person of the Year. This is what they're saying, Just a brief. Wafula Wanyoni Chebukati is a calm man, slow to anger and weighs his words before he speaks. In the midst of the anarchy, he has rare gift of maintaining his cool. But beneath the calm is a man of steel whose resolve to do good cannot be changed even by a battalion. This was what Chebukati did when he declared William Ruto president on August 15. The bespectacled, bald-headed veteran advocate says he has one philosophy for public service: protection of constitution. The same story, if you go and check on Wafula Chebukati's Twitter handle, he has shared this one and he's thanking the Star for publishing him as the person of the year 2022. My first question I'm asking my viewers today: what is your view on the Star's newspaper featuring Wafula Chebukati as the Star of the Year 2022? Please tell me in the comment section. There are so many things people will talk about, and this is what one of the viewers, one of the Kenyan, commented on this. I just want to read part of the comment, not full of it. There is one side I'm interested in, and this is what he said. Criminals are taking all the prizes of the year due to their criminality. Hata kama gazeti ni ya Ruto, this is too much. Iko shida. It means, and there are many comments similar to this one, it means people are surprised that the Star newspaper would refer someone like Wafula Chebukati as the man of the year, celebrating Wafula Chebukati as the Star Person of the year. That to me is hypocrisy of highest order. And there are several reasons why I'm saying this, but before we go deep into that, just a quick request. For those who are watching and you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our channel subscribers, thank you so much. And to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you, and back to this discussion. Now, why am I saying that the publication of Wafula Chebukati is a hypocrisy of highest order? And I know many Kenyans are agreeing with me on this. Number one is because this is a fella who was at the center of a man who caused the nullification of election in history of Africa. 2017 general election was nullified by CJ Maraga because Wafula Chebukati allowed people to commit several mistakes they could have avoided, just because he wanted to work in the interest of specific political side or a politician. So he ended up bungling an election. That alone was enough to send Kenya into anarchy. But because we had wise people, like railaodinga was on ballot, he had other means to make sure that the country is not going into chaotic. So for me, with this, there's no way we can celebrate Wafula Chebukati as a hero of either 2017 or 2022 up to now. Now, the same person in 2022, he printed extra ballot papers which he could not even account for. In the just concluded election, he could not even account for the transmission of result using ChemSkit, which was sharing serial numbers. He simply did everything to deliver victory for his master. As simple as that. It means he was a man who had a side that he was supporting, he had been given a target to work on. And he made sure that he's working toward that direction. Because you see, on the transmission of results, he could not account for. Printing of ballot papers, there were extra ballot papers. Transmission of results, he could not account for. He's a man who single-handedly handled the presidential national result without even necessarily involving other commissioners in that work. And this is a man we want to celebrate here as the hero of the year. Actually, the truth is that maybe it is Ruto who should be celebrating Wafula Chebukati because he delivered what target he had given to him. But for the rest of the country, even those who support William Samoei Ruto can see some gray areas within Wafula Chebukati. Because for me personally, if you ask me to describe Wafula Chebukati, I would simply describe Wafula Chebukati as a perennial bungler of election. As simple as that. And I know many are going to agree with me on this. Those people working in a key position in governmental institution, when they allow themselves to be corrupt, they will always enjoy the state protection. As long as you will help people to have their ways here and there, they will always be protected by a state, especially if they are working for the state. And another reality is that for those who want to come with a clean heart, clean hands, and ready to work for the country, and they refuse to go into corruption deal, the wheeler dealer, they will always have a problem. Some will go to an extent of even losing their life. Because you should be asking yourself a question here. Wafula Chebukati has served 2 terms in the office. But we have people who have lost their life. We are talking about Musando. Just because he had been determined to do the right thing in the IBC, he simply lost his life because he refused to bend. He refused to be corrupt. He refused to take corruption money. And that's how he lost his life. But those who accept to be corrupt, they will always be protected. And this is the reason why you see someone like Chebukati is being now celebrated here. He has enjoyed this protection up to now. And Ruto says that Chebukati is a hero. Maybe he was his hero. And I'm asking myself a question, why would a newspaper publish Chebukati as a hero when there are so many things to question about the same Chebukati? I'm asking myself, who is going to buy this newspaper? Who will buy it? Because I'm sure even William Ruto supporters understand what happened. They know very well. Those who are supporting Uhuru Kenyatta in 2017 understand exactly what happened. So Wafula Chebukati is one man, in my own thinking, who was allowed to take corruption or to work, to bend his way to work in a specific direction to please some individuals here and there. And then this is also leading us to ask another question here. Why is the newspaper publishing Wafula Chebukati as a hero at such a time? There is a tribunal which started, I think 2 days ago, on probing on the 4 IBC commissioners who did not agree with Wafula Chebukati. The 3 resigned, but Eileen Masit remained. She's being interrogated, and we have seen some of the IBC officials being cross-examined by the lawyers. The case is going on. So bringing Wafula Chebukati as a hero at such a time, it means using the newspaper, someone is trying to water down the activities going on at in the probe of the 4 IBC commissioners to justify what Wafula Chebukati did, so that he will be seen as a man who did the right thing to save the country. And it is also meant to also create a perception against the 4 IBC commissioners, who seemingly people will say that these are a group of commissioners who wanted to take this country into a brink. So that's a perception they're trying to create here, to make Wafula Chebukati look as the man who did the right thing. Kwa nini wasingoje hii tribunal iishe ndio waanze kuja na mambo kama haya? Sasa tujue nani mwenye alifanya makosa, nani mwenye alisimama na ukweli. So someone is pondering this just to try and water down what is going on in the tribunal. As clear as that. Number 2, I see William Samoei Ruto soon rewarding Wafula Chebukati by another new appointment, maybe into judiciary or somewhere closer to that. He might appoint him. And because of this, through the mainstream media, Ruto and the team are trying to sanitize Wafula Chebukati, so that at the end of the day, Wafula Chebukati will be seen as a straightforward man. They're trying to sanitize Wafula Chebukati through the media, so that when you do appointment to Wafula Chebukati, he will be a blameless person. But will it work? Is it possible? It is very hard to convince Kenyans that Wafula Chebukati is a clean man, that you can trust his work. No one can trust Wafula Chebukati. No one. Even William Samoei Ruto cannot trust Wafula Chebukati. That's why they have to bribe him, including even Uhuru Kenyatta. He cannot trust him. That's why they were bribing their way to victory. As simple as that. So he's planning to give him a job, but before that, osha yeye kwanza. Mwosha ngare kabisa. Wash him clean, so that people will see him as a man whom they can trust in the near future. That's why you see now he's coming in the newspaper. Again, also, lastly, Ruto has had big problem with the mainstream media. They are being denied advertisement from the government. They are being intimidated. And of course, they have no peace with this government. So, by the Standard people going to an extent of printing such stories, it means they are trying to bend so that they can be in agreement with the government. And in that way, they will not be seen as trying to expose, attack the government. So they are trying to align themselves with this government. That means they are boring down into the intimidation from William Ruto's government. As simple as that. There is no any other way, any better way I can explain this. This is what I'm seeing and reading into this issue. I don't see anything good to celebrate about Wafula Chebukati. Just like Kevoitu and the other commissioners, Wafula Chebukati is just same. Because in the history of Africa, you become an IBC chairperson who oversee an election which was nullified. Then you become a hero. A hero of who? The hero that we should be celebrating, maybe it should be Maraga, but not Wafula Chebukati. The question is, why are we not celebrating Maraga?